Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Are you a veteran living in Florida? Do you want to earn while you learn? Call 954-434-8220 or visit our website at nsied.org now. Are you a veteran living in Florida who wants training in farming, ranching, and allied services? Are you a veteran living in Florida who wants help with job placement? Call 954-434-8220. North-South Institute Veteran Training Program is a mix of online and hands-on in-person training designed for you to earn while you learn. Once you register for the program, you'll get a stipend of approximately $300 per month for 3 months. And you can get an additional stipend to offset your travel expenses. You can also get another $75 for referring a veteran who completes the program. If you are a veteran living in Florida, call the North-South Institute Veteran Training Program now, 954-434-8220, or visit our website at nsied.org now.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Tuesday. As we wrap it up, I couldn't think of any better way to wrap it up than with former candidate for U.S. Congress Ryan Chamberlin to join me. Ryan, good morning to you.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
I want to tell you that I followed your campaign. I was, you can count me in the positive check mark box. I thought that your stance on pretty much everything you stood for was a good place to be. So I hope you got another run in you coming sometime soon. I'm not going to put you on the spot and say when, but I just hope sometime soon you probably have another run in you.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. We certainly are looking at what's happening, and of course Tallahassee's making some decisions here for the state. So we'll see what happens, whether it's now or in the future. It's got to be the right time and for the right reason.
Well, I think what we're going to talk about today is the right time for the right reason. And it is it's a new social media platform, and goodness knows, in the world where I deal with social media on a regular basis, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, I deal with all of it. And all of it is asinine at best. Okay,
that's a good word.
That's a fact. If it wasn't for me being in this job, I wouldn't deal with social media because of how just ludicrous social media has become, with the way that they stifle free speech, with the way that if you don't agree with them, we've been cut off YouTube twice because YouTube said we disagree with the World Health Organization on its mask mandates. Yeah. So they took us off. A radio station that gets the word out to the people has been taken off because YouTube didn't like what we were saying. That's a problem.
I think most people are catching on. 2021 has opened up some interesting doors in the world of free speech, social media. I know during my campaign it certainly started tightening up, and then of course this past year with the shutdown of Parler by big tech, Amazon started messing with them. Twitter kicked off the president. That's an interesting thing to say.
The leader of the free world was kicked off Twitter.
And, of course, Facebook, you just mentioned YouTube. They openly began to fact check. I don't know who these fact checkers are, but they openly fact check and filter public opinion. And that's just not what our country is founded on. It's just not what free society needs to have. So
we've always had discord, and all of a sudden, if the discord – the discourse doesn't agree with what they shut it down.
Yep. So, yeah, we're here to talk about TPN. Toward the end of my campaign, or once the campaign was over, we were playing to win. We did not win the campaign, but we had to figure out what we're going to do next and how could we continue down the vein of fighting for things that needed to be fought for. The end of 2020, some doors opened up, and I decided to partner and found a new platform called the True Patriot Network. And pretty much all of 2021, we set up a new social media app to really embrace the values of faith, family, free enterprise, and free speech. And that app has launched. I'll tell you how you can get it in just a second. But, you know, there's a lot of Twitter alternatives out there. Our former president, Truth Social, we congratulate him on that. That's definitely an alternative to Twitter and that type of social media. TPN's proud to say that it really is an alternative to Facebook and the community style that Facebook is. We believe that there's a big need for that, and it's going to continue to, people that are frustrated with Facebook are going to continue to be frustrated and get more frustrated. I'm not necessarily against any of the platforms. Some of them can choose what they want to do. It's just not in alignment with what those of us that want and believe in free speech really want on a platform like that. And for a radio station, like you said, to get shut down, we know there's some issues happening.
Let me ask you get right to the brass tacks. If I started a profile on the Patriot Network, and on my profile I put up the Lord's Prayer because I needed the Lord's Prayer to be out there for something I had going on in my heart or something, and I wanted to share it with other people, is it going to get taken down?
The answer to that's no. Matter of fact, we're partnering with faith-based influencers because that's one of the areas, that's one of the categories.
I had the Lord's Prayer taken off my Facebook page once.
That's one of the categories that is seeing unnecessary filtering. It's really a shame that happens when, you know, I probably could go through some of these platforms and say, well, I wish this was filtered. I wish this was filtered, because there's some bad stuff that people put out there that's not being filtered. But, you know, faith-based posts are certainly something we support 100%.
Well, it just, and this platform, you're not saying that it's got to agree with the way you think. You're just saying you're offering an alternative that will allow people free thought, free speech, without worrying about, if I put out something that the platform doesn't agree with, are they going to take it down or cancel my subscription? That won't happen at the Patriot Network unless you do.
It won't happen. You know,
Right.
Our country was founded by patriots. It was founded by entrepreneurs. It was founded by people that didn't agree with each other. Matter of fact, there's been open debate since day one of this country and prior, and we just believe in that open debate. I believe, you know, there's a lot of people going to be on TPN. Some are already there that post things that I personally don't agree with, but isn't that what has helped make America great? Isn't that one of the founding principles that we should really...
Well, if it was up to the founding forefathers, the Virginia delegation and the New Hampshire and Massachusetts delegation, the whole country would have got canceled because they didn't see eye to eye at all in Independence Hall when they were coming up with the ideals that built this country.
100%.
They didn't get along.
They didn't get along. And, you know, social media today is the new public square. I think we realize that. That's where the public square was 100 or even 30 years ago. But definitely we go back hundreds of years ago. Things like election integrity, which they don't want us talking about that. You know, most
Talked about in diners everywhere.
That's right. Government spending, religious freedom, immigration, education, healthcare. These are all being discussed on the internet. They're all being discussed on social media. So, you know, if Facebook, Twitter, and Google just keep going down the path they're going, everything conservatives have fought for is at risk. We have to, and not just myself, not just Ryan Chamberlin and TPN and what we're doing, but there's other platforms that are rising up to say, you know what, we're not going to allow this.
I'm going to take it a little farther than what you just said. It's not just conservatives are being silenced, but without them realizing it,
100%.
By keeping free speech at bay, liberals are being silenced just as conservatives are being silenced. They just, and I don't understand how they don't see that.
you know, it's amazing how many things backfire when anybody steps out of principle, steps out of values that are in harmony with the principles that this country was put on. You know, we have a certain value set, and TPN is really there to be one of the solutions to help course correct some of the nonsense. I know that I talk about nonsense all the time. A lot of this is just nonsense that we're discussing, and TPN's my way, a solution, not just me, but we now have thousands of users. We're really just getting launched. We believe 2022, there's going to be a very large number of people on this platform, and we're excited about where it's going.
Well, we got about a minute, so tell us how people can find out about the platform, where they can go to get involved.
Go to gettpn.net/radio. That's where you heard about it. gettpn.net/radio. If you do that from your mobile phone, it'll take you right to the App Store. You download the app just like any other app, but gettpn.net/radio. Jump on the platform and, you know, set up a profile in a matter of seconds, and let's roll.
Is there a fee associated with it? Or
There's
anything?
no fee. It's free. It'll always have a free version, so you can get on there and basically do anything that you would do in any other platform.
And it's gettpn.net/radio.
That's it.
And you can get involved. Ryan Chamberlin, thanks so much for taking time out with us, and thanks for being a patriot. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, everybody, I want to thank everybody that listens to the show, everybody that called in, all my guests today. And, you know, Caroline will be back next week. With that, I'll say, talk to you tomorrow.
This is WOCA AM, W242 CAFM, Ocala, the source.